Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the summary for the day of 932 for the 12th of September. It's also known as the SITREP, where you sit, I report. No, it's actually situation report. So anyway, brace for emotional damage if you are pro-Ukrainian, because this situation report is going to be pretty bad for your mental health. So anyway, we're going to start off, of course, with the elephant in the room, which is not an elephant. I don't know what is this, but anyway, this is disaster. So the Russian forces continued their counteroffensive in the Kursk region, and based on the Russian claims, the Russian Defense Ministry actually announced the capture of 10 different settlements: Krasno-Otoborskoye, Vishnevka, 10Y Otobor, Panasovka, Snagos, Byakhovo, Vinnyzhnoye, Viktorovka, Gordievka, and Obrukovka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 settlements, all announced to be captured by the Russian Defense Ministry. And this is the extent of the Russian claim based on the pro-Russian sources mapping. So the fact that they are so confident, I believe this is most likely to be correct. And so I didn't put it as a flag yet. No, I'm looking for some geolocations to confirm the front line have changed. I don't think the flag or no flag means much if the front line move this quickly. So Russian forces counter-attack. There is signs of fighting being reported at Snagos. Ukrainian forces is trying to attack towards Snagos. Russians are attacking towards Lyubimovka. Shelling reported at Novoivanovka. Zeleny Shaik, or don't know how to pronounce that. Darino. There's fighting reported at Uspenovka, or shelling reported there. Shelling at Zurovka over across the border. And there is also clashes. There was recorded at Krasno-Otoborskoye. So geolocation of Russian forces, which is already mentioned in the frontline changes report, I wouldn't rehash again because the front line pretty much ran away. Ukrainian forces was geolocated inside Snagos, and so this is the current situation in the western flank, and the Ukrainians reacted to this Russian counteroffensive by launching a new offensive, and they actually attacked towards the Glushkovo region. They attacked at Novi Put, and fighting was even reported at Opikovka, with Ukrainian forces geolocated around there, and Ukrainian forces also attacked in another vector over Medvedze. So in these two regions, and this is kind of a late, like I expected this attack to be way earlier and not wait until the Russians starting to do their offensive, then they come. So the Russians are currently defending the area here. The attack was reported by the Russian Defense Ministry, Novi Put and Put and Medvedze. I don't know how to pronounce this. Medvedze, whatever it is. So that is the current situation regarding the Glushkovo front, and the Russian Ukrainians still have positions probably in the rear positions as the Russian forces shelled Obody and Pavlivka. Ukrainian forces was also geolocated to be airstruck. No, not starstruck, but airstruck, by Russian jets. So the Ukrainians are reacting by doing this counteroffensive. Very, very interesting. So this is the current situation over in the Western Front and Glushkovo region. Beyond that, we have the shelling reported at the Glushkiv region, at Yampil, Svetsa, Putoshkorod, and Glushkiv. Nothing very particularly special about that by now. And over in this Tetkino region, over at Boyaro Lehachi, as well as Bilopilia, Belivka, Obody. So this area here is definitely where the Ukrainians are launching the offensive from. And yeah, whether is it too late, we shall see how this develop. So far, the claim is that the Russians have basically repelled the attack. So over at the northern flank of the Kursk front, Ukrainian forces are attacking at Ogovka. Geolocation of Ukrainian forces getting airstrike in various locations, and then Russian forces shout Novoivanovka, which I already mentioned. Russian forces are also attacking Olovka, Novaya Sorkina, Malaya Lognia, Kositsa. Ukraine forces geolocated further deeper into Chekaskoye Porashnoye, so confirming the Ukrainians retaken the entire of the village. But generally, the Ukrainians somehow still attacking in this region is kind of bizarre to me, because there is no bigger threat coming from the south, and I thought that they should be focusing on this major threat in the western flank. So it is what it is. So over in the southern flank, the Russian forces are attacking at Matinovka. Ukrainian forces attack Ruskaya Konopelka and Fanasievka. This is a continuation of the yesterday's report and attack. Russian forces attack at Borki, shelling at Molovoy, as well as Guevo. And then multiple geolocation of Russian airstrikes, and I believe these are all airstrikes. Yeah, a lot of airstrikes in this region, in this north of Sudzha region, as well as the northeast. I got a feeling that this might be a precursor to a major offensive by the Russians coming from the east of Sudzha. So, but we shall see how this goes. This a lot of artillery shelling, airstrikes. So we shall see how this goes. There is still shelling reported Kindra. Radianske, Kindrativka, Stepanivka, no, all these are not very important places, just some random shelling that the Russians just put in their report. Not important, honestly, not important. Moving into Kharkiv front. Another Kharkiv front, Russian forces attack Vysoka Yaruha. This yet another weird attack in the Hoptivka region, and there's fighting reported at Lipsy, Voschansk. So I wonder if this is going to start to develop into a proper front line by the Russian side. So let's see how this goes. We move into the Kupiansk front. At the Kupiansk front, Russian forces attacking at Sinkivka. There's shelling reported at Kupiansk. Geolocation of airstrike at Petropolivka and Kucherkivka. This Kucherkivka, right? So yeah, Kucherivka, sorry. So that's all from the Kupiansk front. Very, very quiet, generally speaking. Over at the Pischani front, there is fighting reported towards Novosinove, Kolesnivka, Kuliakivka, Berestove, and towards Lozova. So this is a usual Pischani offensive kind of report. However, we do have the frontline change in the southwest of Pischani, signaling the change and the fighting direction towards Kuliakivka. The distance between the front line and the town is now 3.6 kilometers plus. So yeah, the window is closing. Ukrainians have to stop this before the Russians take the crossing. Once the Russians take the crossing, of course, it's gonna be the shit will hit the fan all over again. Over at the Svetovo front, Russian forces attacking at Novoyehorivka towards Druzelyubivka and Nevsky. Some frontline changes over at Makievka, which I already mentioned, generally is a disclaiming of their claims, so nothing particularly special about that. Over at the Kremlina front, we only have fighting reported in the Serebryansky forestry. So that's all, and we move into the Sivers front. At the Sivers front, the Sivers offensive seems to be pretty quiet, with only fighting reported at Verkhamokanyamsky. So that's all from here, which is kind of weird, but let's wait and see. Over at the northern flank of the Bakhmut front. At the northern flank of the Bakhmut front, we have fighting reported at Zaliniansky, Khoikorivka, as well as Chasivya. Geolocation of Russian forces at the Kalinina region, at a forest. I mentioned this. Not very significant, just some very tiny frontline changes over in the Kalinina region. Over in the southern flank, there is only fighting reported towards Tuposhki, which is over here. Geolocation of Russian forces seems to suggest some kind of a Russian advance in the region. The front line may actually look much bigger, but tentatively we have to go very conservative. Geolocation was listed here. So let's see, because the tree lines is a bit complicated. I can't really just assume that the Russians have taken certain tree lines around here. So let's wait. Let's just wait. Moving into the New York front. At the New York front, we have fighting reported in Druzhba, Pivnishny, Torex, Nelipivka in the area of New York as well as Alexandropil. So this is the New York front's strategic situation. Russian forces made some advance in Druzhba and the Pivnishny region as well as Toretsk. So not very significant. These are all small changes. I already mentioned in the frontline changes report. Over in the Nelipivka region, the Ukrainian forces have sent reinforcement into the region of New York, particularly at Nelipivka. According to the information from Ryber, they say that the reinforcement are the 12th Brigade the Azov Brigade, and they are here to reinforce the position. So they posted their footage of their work. So no, that's something. So let's see how this goes with the Ukrainians trying to plug the hole over at Nelipivka, which is pretty good job. So far, the Russians have not captured Nelipivka, which is a rare instance at this moment. So, and we move into the northern flank of the Pokrov front. At the Pokrov front, Russian forces attacking towards Zelenipole, Novo-Alexandrivka, Vozdevizhenka, as well as Novotoretsk. Moving into the Horodivka fronts, Russian forces are fighting in the region of Horodivka. Ukrainian forces actually have control of Krytia, and they were attacking into the eastern part of Novohorodivka. Russian forces, however, have confirmed to have captured Novohorodivka with the latest geolocation, and the Russians are currently fighting in the region as well. Ukrainians are allegedly counterattacking. So, somewhat of a complicated tactical situation have been developing. Russian forces are focusing around Novohorodivka, pushing off, and the Ukrainians are pushing south of Krytia. And so this front line is a little bit weird. So let's see how this go. How does it develop? We're not sure, but yeah, at least know the Russians captured Novohorodivka, so at least we can confirm this information. We move further south. Over in the Selidove region, we have fighting reported at Selidove and Mikhailivka. So that's about it. In the Ukraine's region, in the Donetsk front, Russian forces are fighting in Ukraine's and Zelanipole. Pershi. So that's all. Nothing special. The Russians still didn't have breakthroughs. And however, then we have this major big news over at Krasnohorivka. Russian forces geolocated at Hostray as well as heading towards Alexandropil, signaling a massive capture over in Alexandropil region towards Alexandropil and or the western part of Krasnohorivka. This is massive, and fighting is reported at Georgievka, which might actually suggest possible frontline changes in this region as well. So Ukrainian forces are airstrike southwest and western part of Ostray. These are geolocated, so the Russians are literally practicing combined arms actions. And no, they have to thank NATO for it, because they artificially pump up the Ukrainian armed forces, allow the Russians to really train and develop their strategy, weaponries, tactics, trainings. And now, Russian military is probably the most powerful military in the world at this moment, based on pure capability as well as training and the method of war. I think none of the military in the world right now has the capability to deal with the kind of warfare that's being fought in Ukraine right now, where FPV drones, civilian drones are literally everywhere. I don't think any military right now, other than Ukraine and Russia, has this capacity and the experience to deal with this. And moving into this Konstantinivka Voleda line, Russian forces are fighting in Konstantinivka and Katerinivka. Geolocation of Ukrainian forces getting airstrike in Vodyane region and south of Konstantinivka. Russian forces are attacking Voleda. So that's about it. Nothing really special, no, because there's no intel drop. So yeah, nothing special about this. Then what is special is this part over in the Velika Novosilka sector. And the Russian forces, other than attacking at Blahodatne, geolocation of Ukrainian forces getting airstrike at Makarivka, so that got that away. Russian forces are attacking towards Zolotaneva, and they have captured a massive amount of ground on the west and southwest of Pashestivka. So Zolotaneva now is under threat. I'm not sure if the Ukrainians have the capability to defend this, but if they don't defend this, then the Ukrainians are going to be in deep trouble. So the Russians are consolidating their lines. They are trying to retake everything that is along this area here. This was previously under Russian control. If I didn't remember wrongly, I may remember wrongly, but but yeah. So this is I think no. Zoretan, I can't remember. I know Prashestivka seems to be previously captured by the Russians. Yeah, I forgot. This was such a boring front. No, so now the fact that the Russians are moving here, boggles my mind. Like, oh my god. Then because if they take, then they will go to Shatarsky and yeah. Let's not go into analysis. I will leave that for the conclusions. So that's all from the Donetsk front. We move into the Zaporizhia front. The Zaporizhia front, Russian forces are attacking at Mala Tomashka, which is nothing special, but they are also attacking at below here, yeah. And below here is actually interesting because this combined is a bigger arrow. So the Russians, are they not really interested in pushing this area here? So something to take note of. So that's it from the Zaporizhia front. Over at the Kherson front, we only have fighting reported towards the pre-Dnipropetrovsk region, which is hypothetical because we do not know what the hell is the Ukrainian Defense Ministry talking about, because there's totally no one else talking about it. So that's it. So this is the situation report or the summary for the day of 932 for the 12th of September. Press the like button, subscribe. Today also, I'm very busy. Still the same work from yesterday. So anyway, hopefully, I will have some more free time and more chill tomorrow. Yeah, then I can rest. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next update.